Hi guys, welcome back. Today I will be sharing with you how I get above average rates on the spot market. Ready? Let's go! So before we get started, let me give you some background information. Number one, we only work with reefers. Why is this important? Because among the three most popular trailer types, which are dry vans, flatbeds, and reefers, reefer spot market rates are usually the highest. Number two, we don't do any hazmat freight, which means we don't get any special rates on a load. Number three, we rarely do anything other than a one pick, one drop. Number four, we don't do team loads, only solos. And number five, my record is $12.50 per mile.
Pretty good if I do say so myself.
Okay, let's look at some numbers. And no, these don't include things like detention, layover, or any additional pay. This is all based on the flat rate of each load. So I'm going to move right here so I can attach the average rates based on the spot market and what our averages were for the past 3 months. So in August, loads paid on average $3.14 per loaded mile. Our August average is $3.67 per loaded mile and $3.08 with deadhead miles. In September, loads paid on average $3.23 per loaded mile. Our September average is $4.75 per loaded mile and $3.81 with deadhead. In October, loads paid an average of $3.27 per loaded mile. Our October average was $4.52 per loaded mile and $3.98 with deadhead. So as you can see, I trend well above average when it comes to booking loads. So how do I do it? I'm about to share that with you. Number one, I have the right reputation with brokers. I have spent over 2 years building the right reputation with the brokers I work with. And no, I'm not talking about making on-time pickups or deliveries or communication, although those are important. What I'm talking about is I never let, from the first day I started working, I never let a broker lowball me. The result, brokers who have worked with me in the past know that I will not move a load for a cheap rate.
Wait, how would they know? Aren't there a ton of brokers in each brokerage?
Yes, absolutely. But in brokerages, they have their own carrier system where they write which loads you took in the past, what rates did you book them for, and what the payout is. This means that when they see our profile, they already know that we have never and will never take any crappy rates. Number two, I have patience. My business partner once told me that I'm like a crocodile waiting for its prey to come close enough so it can attack. Yep, that's me. And you know what? I have no problem waiting all hours of the day to get the right load. My $12.50 load, that was my record, I booked at 8 p.m., even though the owner-operator was ready in the morning. In other words, I'm talking about stress sales. You get brokers stressed out enough towards the end of the day, they start giving you money to transport their load. Can it be risky? Yep, but that's where market knowledge comes in. Number three, I negotiate my tail feathers off.
So what? Doesn't every person do that?
Yes, most do, but in the wrong way. What usually happens? A carrier calls a broker, asks for a rate, the broker says no, and the carrier moves on, right? I don't do that. I start giving the broker reasons why he should give me the rate I am asking for.
I have a truck near the pickup location. We can be there in 20 minutes. Our trailer was just washed out, so it's clean and shiny for your load to be transported in style and without contamination.
Or my favorite.
Another guy just offered me more on this same lane.
Do I fib sometimes?
You betcha.
Hopefully brokers don't watch this. Number four, I know the market like the back of my hand. Knowing the market is not only about knowing which lanes pay the most, it's also about knowing how many trucks versus loads there are in a particular market area. I like to have my trucks in places where I know there won't be a ton of other trucks.
The broker then has no option and has to give me what I want.
Number five, I take short loads for owner-operators. Now, this doesn't work for drivers who work on a cents per mile basis because they make their money on the amount of miles they drive. So if you're booking short loads, they're not making that much. But owner-operators make their money on the actual load rate. So here's a little secret.
The shorter the miles, the higher the pay.
Why? Because as weird as it sounds, short loads are a pain in the behind to move. Loaded later than expected, night drive, here I come. Number six, I book loads to unpopular places. I do this a lot on the East Coast. I will book loads to Florida, where if you don't know, there is absolutely nothing coming out, and then I'll calculate how much deadhead the driver will have to do in order to get the heck out of Florida to get another load. So Florida, yes, but Miami, nope. I usually book loads to places like Jacksonville, Florida, where the deadhead is not so awful to go to South Georgia, where there are a ton of loads. And of course, I know exactly what the rate per mile will be with all this deadhead included before I actually book the load.
Kind of a cool trick.
Number 7, our secret formula. Yes, I'm actually going to share our secret formula with you guys. It has been tested, it has worked, and a lot of times it has been a lifesaver. Most people focus so much on the dollar per mile that they don't really look at anything else. In our company, we don't just focus on having $2 per mile, for example. No, our rule is over $2 per mile, over 1,000 a day. This means that when I'm booking a load that delivers 2 days after pickup, it cannot pay less than $2 per mile with deadhead, and it cannot pay less than $2,000 for that load. Now, recently, we raised that figure to $1,500 a day because
we can.
Now, for anyone wondering, yes, I do provide dispatching services for outside owner-operators and fleet owners who don't have time to look for and book loads. So if you're ever looking for someone,
I'm your girl.
And I'm funny, which is a bonus.
Yeah, funny. In your own mental la-la land, maybe.
But in all seriousness, if you follow my tips, you will be able to book pretty awesome rates as well. Just trust me on this. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.